Hi, I'm Jared Hillam. The tech visionary Mark Andreessen posted something on X that really had me thinking. And here's what he said. It's becoming clear in retrospect that there was no tech bubble in 1995 and 2000. There was a telecom bubble based on a flawed model of bandwidth demand growth and the WorldCom fraud, but no tech bubble. Tech stocks going up and down isn't a bubble, it's just Tuesday. Now, I kind of disagree with Mark here. One thing that tech excitement does to enterprises is that it makes them spend crazy. That dot-com bubble era was a pretty insane time. Everybody knew the internet was going to change the world, and so companies were going nuts trying to make their bets on project investments that would hopefully pan out. But everybody also knew that the window for taking market share in using the web to transform their businesses was a vanishing one. And everybody had some kind of e-business plan to make sure they stayed up with the trend. We've come full circle now, and I'm not sure we're all that much wiser. Will Mark Andreessen feel the same way about AI not being a bubble, but rather a flawed model in AI hardware demand growth? I genuinely don't know. But one thing that is for sure is that AI does have value, just like the internet had value then. But how do you capture that value without funding a wasteful boondoggle? How do we make a practical step change in our business that impacts our margins? Now, this might annoy some people, but the answer here is actually the same answer to almost every solution. What are the business's problems? Now, the reason that's often an annoying answer is that it takes away some of the magic beans people expect out of AI. But just like I mentioned in my videos a few years back, AI engineers can't read the minds of business leaders. Now, I've been spending time with Ness's AI team, and they're all very familiar with this challenge. There's lots of AI potential in every business, but it needs to be guided and it needs to be actualized in the real world. The way they address this is by driving some facilitated sessions with the business stakeholders. The approach addresses both the top-down business leadership as well as the bottom-up technical leadership. And these sessions lead into onboarding ideas into Ness's MVP factory. The entire goal of that process is to take the ideas the stakeholders have and graduate the best ideas into the real world, which means prototyping them and building out a minimum viable product or MVP. This stages the business to be able to make a decision to either integrate the MVP into their business, venture further, or just kill the idea altogether. And what's great is that the remaining ideas in the MVP factory pipeline can continue moving through the MVP process, so all the hopes and dreams aren't just relying on one MVP. We've written a short white paper about the MVP factory that has some useful case studies and process examples in it, which I've linked in the video description. Also, if you'd like to talk about your AI project with the Ness team, I recommend you reach out to us to talk with a specialist.